Discernment, the ability to discern, the ability to have precise awareness on what is potentially good or bad. But instead of good or bad, I prefer to use the terms helpful or hindering. The ability to have discernment between what is helping you and what is hindering you to reach your goals, live the life that you want to live. For a long time, I was very independent as a person, but I was always influenced by other people's words, their thoughts, what they expressed to me. It really had a deep effect on me, and that was because I did not have a personal practice. Okay, I had some thoughts and beliefs that I was an independent, sovereign being, but I was not following any practices, any tangible actions for myself that created that person. You know, just thinking about it, that's the first step, but then doing it, applying it, becoming it, expressing it in the world through action, through states of being. So it's very important that we individually cultivate our discernment, okay? And also a level of sharp awareness about what are we doing ourselves, okay? You can start with the external world because that's often easier to discern, to look out and see what is not helping you, to see what is hindering you, okay? And then see what can potentially help you in the world. But the next level, the deeper level, we need to go inward, cultivate a personal practice to have the ability to discern our own actions, the ability to have precise judgment and awareness on our own thoughts. Okay, the thoughts in your mind, are they helping or are they hindering? Are your thoughts making you an asset or a liability for yourself? Because we can easily externalize it and still make it about external validation from other people, how they view us, how far we've come, our status on social media, our status in society. That's all based on what other people think. Okay, we've got to develop this internal sense of self-worth through actions that can only be taken with oneself, right? And it's very simple. It starts very simply with your wake-up time, deciding on a time that you are going to wake up and sticking to it, okay? Committing, building the confidence within yourself, because you are the only one that's heard every lie that you've ever told. And if you've been telling a lot of lies, your level of trust and your level of discernment, internal discernment, is very skewed. It is not accurate. So you need to start ticking off these wins, right? You need to start following through with these decisions about yourself. And the next one that I love and follow through with every day is going into a meditation, a reflective observation meditation, where I am creating and building and strengthening the muscle of awareness in my own mind about my internal thoughts. Because the way we view ourselves is the way we view the world. The way we view the world is the way we view ourselves. If we're looking out to the world and everything's horrible, unfair, people are rude, everything's disgusting, well then that's actually just how we feel about ourselves. Okay, so it's about cultivating awareness and discernment with your own thoughts, your own perspectives on life, and then applying them into action. So you've got your wake up time, your meditation, and then physical working out, right? Physical exercise. Could be a walk, doesn't have to be a gym session. Personally, I don't use the gym. I work out at home, just using body weight exercises, because all of that is helping to uplift, right? Pull-ups, press-ups, sit-ups. There's a common theme there, going up, uplifting. It's a very whole body experience. You're uplifting yourself literally through these actions, oscillating a positive frequency, pulling yourself up, right? We don't call it a press down or a sit down. Sitting up, pressing up, pulling up, okay? Elevating yourself. And that's what it does. Physical exercise elevates your state of mind. It heightens your awareness. It floods your body with these amazing chemicals, you know, better than any other chemical. You don't have to buy it. But you do have to earn it, okay? The Creator blessed us with the ability to transform our internal state through things like movement, movement, physical movement, the breath, and perspective, shifting perspective, right? Words, using framing things in a certain way to shift your perspective. So we were gifted all of these, and they're all accessible. The cost is application. The cost is repetition. Okay? The cost is vigilance, vigilantly being present with all that is going on in your world, creating a high level of discernment so you can understand who do you want to be around, and more importantly, who do you want to become. Okay? When I first stopped drinking, my level of discernment was very low. I stopped drinking and I was still going and hanging out with all these drug addicts and alcoholics. And all they wanted me to do was partake in what they were doing. Continuously going, have a drink. Do you want a drink? Oh, hey, try some of this. Even though I'd told them and they knew that I was substance free, they were still pressuring me because their level of discernment was very low as well. They couldn't actually discern. They didn't have the awareness to see that I had set a boundary with myself and a boundary with the world, but they couldn't discern that. That's because their level of discernment about their own behavior was extremely low. That's what happens to addicts. Addicts lose the perception of fine tuning, precise judgment. They lose that perception. Everything gets blurred, right? The alcohol, the substance takes over. It takes over. It controls the body, the mind, the spirit. It corrupts the internal pure being when you put in those external substances that have been designed to change your state. That's why people take them, because those substances change the state of reality, change the experience of reality for the user. Okay? But we were gifted all of that. The pure form, the most highest form of elevation and enlightenment is using the tools that you were gifted from birth. Okay, you don't need to buy them. You don't need anyone else's permission to use them. They are within you. You need to apply them. Okay, waking up, commitment, committing to yourself, cultivating awareness, and the best way to do that is to sit in a quiet room alone with your eyes closed and start to bring awareness to your thoughts. What are the things that you repeatedly think about? What does your mind naturally drift to? And bring an understanding, not a judgment to yourself, but an understanding and a deeper sense of awareness of, okay, why am I thinking that? Why am I thinking about that particular thing? And then letting that go, letting that thought go, to be able to step into new states of awareness and higher levels of discernment about what is going on, what is helping you, and what is hindering you, and then stopping those hindrances, avoiding them, right? Not going to those alcoholic, drug addict parties and gatherings, okay? Seeking out time with people that actually care about you and have the same values. So it is up to you to create this discernment within yourself. And it's easy to start judging the outside world and other people, but I recommend that you go inward and start with yourself. You are powerful.